Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and welcome to the class. Make sure that your videos are off and you're paying attention. I hope you have done wuzu before reading the Quran. Sorry, I've got bad hiccups, so bear with me. So we'll start the class with prayer for learning. So today I don't have my discipline teacher, so I will choose the students myself. 1 second. A5159. Assalamu alaikum, A5159. A5159, can you hear me?
Yes.
A5159.
Assalamualaikum.
I don't think you can hear. Walaikum salam. Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, so would you please like to read prayer for learning for us, please? So do the first two prayers. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I have a very bad connection. So today it's a network connection. So I'll go back to. Do we still have A5159? Do I have A5159 or are you muted? Let me see. Okay, you're muted, so I'll unmute you. Assalamu alaikum. So I'm unable to unmute you. I don't know what the reason is. So let's try again. A5159. So let me unmute. Assalamu alaikum, A5159. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't really. Oh, I can.
Assalamualaikum.
Oh, sorry. That's N6. Walaikum salam. Sorry, I accidentally unmuted you. I was meant to unmute. Sorry, unmute a Tifu. So I'll just go back. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll pick A5143. So assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, that's A5143.
Yes.
Okay. So would you please like to read the prayer for learning? So read the first two.
Okay. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri.
Excellent. And read the translation as well.
Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me.
Excellent. The next one, please.
Rabbi zidni ilma. O my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Rabbi zidni ilma.
So that's Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Yep. So because we have learned it the wrong way, that's what is stuck in our mind. So, but make sure that you learn it the proper way. Okay. So now read the translation as well, please.
O my Lord, increase me in knowledge.
Okay, good. Sorry, really bad hiccups. Okay, thank you very much. That was A5143. I'll mute you now.
What?
Okay, so now I'll choose a Nasirat. So let's see if we have an Nasirat that has not been given a chance. So do I have N6 141? No, I don't. And 147? No, I don't. 156. I don't have hers either. Okay, I don't. So I'll choose N6 174. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
N6 1. Walaikum salam. Okay. So today we're going to do lesson number 4. So we're going to do the rule of raw, the raw. Okay. So first I want you to do is to read this rule. So start with where it says third. So start with the learner. So read that.
The learner should be taught to pronounce the ra with a thick and broad sound. If it bears the vowel mark of fatha or dhamma, similarly, the same rule will be applied to quiescent ra if it precedes with a fatha, dhamma, or an alif, with or without a vowel mark. For further detail, please
Okay, that's it. That's it. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah. So what that means is that whenever you have a raw, so let me just highlight that for you. Highlighter here. Okay. So whenever you have a raw on the first one, okay, I'm unable to highlight, but you can see here on the first word, laysal birra. So whenever you have this, the raw that has fatha or dhamma, you have to pronounce it with thick sound. Okay, it's not pronounced as laysal birra. That would not be the correct one. So it would be laysal birra. So with a bit of thickness, sorry, and broad sound. Okay, and second one that where it says that similarly the same rule will be applied for twisted raw. What this means is that whenever we have a raw, for example, it doesn't have the third one. It does not have the fatha or dhamma. However, the next letter to the raw has fatha, dhamma, or an alif. Whenever we have that, whenever we have fatha, dhamma, or an alif after the raw that does not have any fatha or dhamma, it only has sukoon, then you are also meant to apply the same rule that you did for the previous one. So if you did laysal birra, you have to, on the third case, the third word, you still have to thicken your voice for the raw. So arsala. Okay, so what I want you to do is, would you please like to do the first one, the in blue box? So do the first one.
Khaman.
That's not kha, that's kha.
Oh. Yam.
No. Okay, wait. The alif has fatha, ra has fatha and tashdid. Ha, this is a ha, not a kha, because I think you're misunderstanding this is not a dot. It's a coon sign. Okay, so that's a rahmanu. So meme has a vertical fatha, means that you have to pronounce it for 2 seconds. Okay, and the rule we're learning here is about thickening the raw. So make sure that you thicken the raw, which you haven't done. So try again.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Thick. So make sure that you give a thick sound of the raw. So ar-Rahmanu.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Excellent. Try again. Do one more time.
Ar-Rahmanu.
So when you're saying the raw, make sure that your mouth movements, they're rounded as well. So ar-Rahmanu.
Okay.
So say that again.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Good. Do the second one.
Al-Hurru.
Good. Al-Hurru. So the raw here would also be rounded, would also be thick because it has dhamma on top.
Okay.
Okay, now for the third one, I'll test you on this. The ra on the third word here does not have fatha or dam on top. Then why do we still thicken this letter?
Because I'm not sure.
I have told this before. So start reading from similarly here.
Will be applied if to a present ra if it precedes with a fatha, dhamma, or an alif, with or without a
Excellent, well
vowel
done.
mark.
So what does quiescent ra mean? So that means that, okay, my internet connection is unstable, sorry. So can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the thing is that the ra, even though ra doesn't have fatha or dhamma itself, but the next letter, so for example, in this case, dal, it has fatha. So the three conditions that in which you are allowed to thicken a ra. First, for in this case, we have fatha on top of we have fatha not on the ra, but on the next letter of the ra, which means that we can still thicken the ra. Second is if the next letter of the ra has dhamma, then you are allowed to do the thickening of the voice. That's valid again. And third, if you have alif next to the after the ra. So the reason why we still thicken the ra is because the next letter, which is dal, has fatha on top. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So try again. So read it now.
Khardalin.
The dal has fatha, so don't prolong the dal.
Khardalin.
So khardalin. So no, what you're doing it wrong because you're pronouncing this word flatly. So when you say khar, you said khar, so which is basically a flat, and that gives a flat sound. So make sure that you're giving a bit of emphasis, not as you would do if it had tashdid, but still a bit of it. So not khardalin, it's khardalin. So you can clearly feel that the ra is thick. Okay. So khardalin,
Khardalin.
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 Now second one, okay, the three of them are done. Okay, so that's it for you. So N6174, well done. So make sure you practice that again and again, and you'll be perfect with that. Jazakumullah. So now I will choose a Tifl. Okay, 1 second, because I don't have my discipline teacher today, so I have to admit students in. So I'll just do that. Okay, done. Okay, now Tifl. Let's see. Who should I choose? Okay. A5139. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So can you hear me properly? As in, is it proper?
I can't hear you properly.
Not. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm not loud enough, or can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, okay. So, do you understand whatever we have done so far?
Yes.
Okay. So, I want you to explain it to me. So, what did you learn so far?
You have to make the raw like it has I forgot.
Okay, you can see the rule here, so you can just read it and then tell me, summarize it to me.
You should prolong it with a thick and a bone sound, broad sound.
Okay, not prolong it, pronounce it.
It's a mouth.
Okay, so the rule, okay, I'll explain it again. So whenever you have a ra that has fatha or dhamma on top of it, you have to make sure that you pronounce that letter, so the ra, with thick voice and broad sound. However, when you don't have the fatha or dhamma on top of ra, but the letter after the ra has fatha, dhamma, or alif, you have to still pronounce the ra with thick sound. Okay, so the example is the third one that we just did is arsala. The ra has sukoon, but still, why we thicken it is because the sin next to the ra has fatha on top.
Okay.
There's no background noises. Is that coming from you?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, so there are the background noises, which. Oh wait. Yeah, I accidentally unmuted. Wait, one second.
Hello?
Let me just. 1 second. 1 second. See, I accidentally unmuted another child, and he was making a noise, which is inappropriate.
Okay.
So I know who exactly you are, so I'll note you down. Okay, now we can continue. Okay, so did you understand anything? Would you now like to summarize?
If it has fatha or dhamma, you should prolong it with a thick and a bone sound.
Excellent. But what if you don't have fatha or dhamma on top? So for example, we have the third one, we have sukoon on top, but we still we still pronounce it as a thick sound. So why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Okay, so I told you that because the next letter of the ra has fatha on top, you can still read ra with thick sound, okay? So as it says here, so similarly, the same rule will be applied to a quiescent ra if it proceeds with the fatha, dhamma, and alif. So what we mean by quiescent ra is that the ra that does not have fatha or dhamma or alif itself, but the next letter, the next letter of the ra does have one of those, which means that you can thicken the ra sound. So in this case, we have dal. So khor dalin.
Khor dalil.
So now, do you know the reason now? Do you understand?
Yeah, if there is a fatha after the ra, then you can pronounce it with the thick and bone sound.
Good. But that's just not fatha. There are two more that if they're there, you can still thicken this ra sound.
Fatha, dhamma, or alif.
Excellent. Well done. So now we move to the fourth word. So would you please like to say that? Read that.
Rabbir ji'uni.
So make sure that you thicken this ra sound, which was done beautifully. Well done. This ra, the second one was not. Oh wait, 1 second. Rabbir ji'un. Okay. Now here, what does Jim has? What does ra have after it?
Ye-
So that's Jim, right? What does
Yeah.
Jim have under it?
كثرة.
Excellent, kasra. So are you meant to thicken this sound? The raw sound?
Yeah. No,
Excellent. Why not?
because it doesn't have fatha, dhamma, or an alif.
Excellent. Well done. So that was a quick test for you. So well done. So say that the whole word again.
Rabbir ji'un.
Good. This ra was perfect, the second one. But the first one, say that again. So with more thicker sound.
Rabbir ji'un.
Good. Rabbir ji'un. So well done. Do the second and the fifth one, please.
Rafa'a.
Now you're not prolonging anything as fatha on top, so just 1 second.
Rafa'a.
Yep. So here, what you did was rafa'a. So the ra was not thickened properly. It was just a flat ra, which is not correct. So try again, but make sure that you thicken the raw sound.
Rafa.
Rafa'a. So rafa'a.
Rafa'a.
The flat ra would be a rafa'a, which is not correct. So you have to thicken the raw sound. So make sure that you round your mouth when saying it. So try again.
Rafa'a.
Rafa'a. So good. Yep. You still need to practice it, and then you'll be fine. So move on to the last one, please.
Ya'muru.
Ya'muru. Okay, yeah. So here ra, again it has the ma, so try to thicken it.
Ya'muru.
Ya'muru. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, fine. So well done. That was A5139. Jazakumullah.
Yes.
So let me just 1 second. I'll mute you in a minute. So 1 second. Okay, yep. Okay, so mute. Okay, yep. So then now it's Nasra's turn. I'll ask a random Nasra of what they've understood so far, and if they have any questions, they can ask. Answers 153 seems to have a question. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam. What question do you have?
And my question is this PDF or done online?
No, I don't think so. Let me 1 second. So let me check. If you go to nqc.org.uk, yep. Okay, yeah. Because this PDF is a recent one, so I don't think Nqc has updated it. But if let's see if that's the case. No, sorry, that's not online yet. But I'll ask Hafiz Saib if you can do that. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So Jazakumullah, that was N6153, but I will still have you, and I want to ask questions. So what did you understand so far?
I understand that you have to do a fixed sound on the roll, and if there's like a sukoon like in front of it, you have to you have to do a fixed sound too.
So what do you mean by in front of it? Like, explain it more.
Like in front of the ra, if there's a letter with fatha, you're supposed to like do a fixed sound too.
Excellent. But not just fatha, there are two more.
Dhamma or alif.
Excellent. Well done. Excellent. So I want you to do an example for me. You can see this big box here. So would you please like to do this one?
Rabbir ji'uni.
Okay, good. Rabbir ji'uni. So now, this ra, are you meant to thicken it or not? The second one.
Not.
Why not?
Because the letter in front of it doesn't have a fatha or dhamma or alif. It just
Excellent. So what does it have?
it has a kasra.
Excellent. Well done. So what about the first ra? Ra. So why did you thicken that ra?
Because
Do you know?
no.
Read the first two lines.
The learner
With the sorry, continue.
the learner should be taught to pronounce the ra with a thick sound and bold sound if it bears the vowel mark of fatha or dhamma.
Excellent. So don't get confused because we have done two rules at a time. So the first thing is whenever you have a ra with fatha or dhamma, so just keep that in mind. That's the first rule. So whenever you have a ra with fatha or dhamma, you just have to thicken the voice, right? That's that. That's one rule done. But the second one is a bit different because the ra itself doesn't have fatha or dhamma. However, the letter next to the ra has fatha, dhamma, or an alif. Okay, so that's the second rule. So don't get confused between these two. The first rule, whenever you have fatha or dhamma, you have to thicken the voice. The second rule, if the ra doesn't have it, doesn't matter because then if the next letter has fatha, dhamma, and alif, that means it can still thicken the ra. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now you can explain it in your own words.
So the ra at the start why I did a fixed sound was because it hadn't fatha or dhamma. Because it had a fatha.
Excellent.
And the second one, I didn't do a fixed sound because the next letter beside the ra didn't have a fatha or dhamma or alif.
Excellent, well done. So it seems like you've understood it. Well done. And 6153. Jazakillah. So now I'll mute you and choose a tifl. Jazakumullah. Okay. So we'll take questions at the end. So because we finish at 8:05, because we started at 7:05, so I'll take questions at the end. Okay, so keep your questions now. So now I'll move on to practice from the Holy Quran itself. So let me just find a tifl. Okay. Okay, so can I please have 1 second? Okay, because 85159 couldn't get the chance to read it because I couldn't unmute him. So, Assalamu alaikum, 85159.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, so because the connection wasn't good, so that's why I couldn't unmute you. So, so now I unmute you now. So, unmute you now. So, now we're going to practice from the Quran itself. So, let me just take out the Holy Quran. Where's the Holy Quran? Where's the Holy Quran? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go to the surah. 1 second, let me just. Okay. So we're going to go to Surah Al-Najm. So let me just find that quickly. Surah Al-Najm. I found it. 53, 5, 2, 6. It is 5 to 6. Let me just 5 to 6. Yep, excellent. Okay. So let me just find examples of what we have done so far. So, Afra. So if you find any, you can tell. Okay, yeah, I found it already. Wait 1 sec. Second one. One second, nearly done. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I think that's enough. Actually, one more. Okay, so what I want you to do is start from Bismillah, the first verse. Yep, so start from Bismillah and do up to verse number 7. Yeah, so start now.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والنجم إذا هوى ما زل صاحبكم وما غوى وما ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى علمه شديد القوى ذو مرة فاستوى.
Okay, I want you to start from Zu again. So Zu, start again.
ذو مرة ذو مرة فاستوى.
Okay, so first of all, before actually commenting on the raw, I'll tell you the other mistakes that you did. So that's noon, the first one. So noon with mushaddad. So what do you think? What's the rule for that? So whenever we have noon with mushaddad, what are you meant to do?
You have to join it.
Yeah, but so okay, I'll demonstrate that for you, and then you have to say the word. So like, what did I do? So one najmi idha haba. So what did I do?
وَالنَّجْمِ إِذَا هَوَى.
Yeah. What is it called? So why do we have the noon? So why do we do it?
غُنَّة.
Excellent. Gunna sound. So whenever we have noon with mushaddad or meme with mushaddad, both of them. So whenever we have noon with mushaddad, this crown shaped sign you can see on the top of noon, or meme. So you have to do a gunna sound. So you have to hold the noon sound for a bit longer. So one najm. So okay, so like that.
Okay.
Okay. Good. So the second one is, so remember we did how we should pronounce, we should differentiate between the normal zal and this type of zal, the zal. So if I was listening to you without looking at the words, the Quran, I wouldn't be able to tell if it was the normal za or this one. So there should be a differentiation. Do you remember how we pronounce this letter?
Yes.
So try again.
إِذَا.
Excellent. So last time you said iza, so you just joined your teeth together and you said iza, which is not correct. But this time, well done, you actually did the right sound to either. So what you did right this time is that you had to take your tongue out, slightly out, and put it on top of your teeth. So it should be touching your teeth and then say the word. So the letter. So either. So well done. But just make sure that you do that in everyday recitation. Thirdly, this here. What does ha have on top of it?
Prolong and a vertical dhamma.
So inwards dhamma, not vertical. Vertical is a shape. Vertical is described if it has a straight line. For example, this ha. It has a straight line, and because it's above the letter, that's why it's vertical fatha. However, this is not vertical here, the ha. It's inwards dhamma, okay? So what's the rule for inwards dhamma?
You have to prolong it for 2 seconds.
Excellent, well done. So you didn't do that, so make sure that you do that. So start with our here, allamahu. So now prolong the hu.
Allamahu.
Good, well done. So one thing I'm really impressed by is the ha sound was perfect. Well done for that. The ayn sound was perfect, which is a bit more difficult for students. So you pronounced the ayn sound very well. So well done. The ha was well done. And there was one more thing, the qaf sound as well. Well done for that. That was the most positive side. But let's move on to here. The zal sound, the same was wrong with the zal sound, but we've corrected that. So just make that clear. Second thing, we did waqf as well. So that's ta marbuta. Okay. So, and we have a ta, this small ta. So what does this? Okay, I'll tell you. The small ta means that you have to do a waqf. You have to stop. You have to pause. And when you do pause, it doesn't say zu mirratin. It doesn't say like that. The ta will always, this ta marbuta will always turn into ha. So instead of zu mirratin, it's zu mirrah. Okay, the ha sound at the end. So now try again. Do a waqf.
ذو مرة.
Excellent. ذو مرة. Ha sound.
ذو مرة.
Excellent, well done. And okay, this time the raw was good. So what are you meant to do with this raw? What did you just learn?
Thick. You're supposed to make it into a thick sound.
Excellent, well done. So because why do you think it's thick?
Because it's got a fatha.
Excellent, well done. So don't get confused. So before, like we did I explained two conditions, right? So if I was to ask this question now, to see if you are confused or not. So now look at the next letter of the ra. We have ta, but ta doesn't have any fatha, dhamma, or alif. Then why did you thicken this ra sound? Does this matter in this case or not? Does the ta sound? If you get going.
I think it's okay.
Sorry?
I think it's okay.
What's okay?
Sorry, he didn't understand the question.
Okay, so remember that we did this rule where the second rule where similarly the same rule will be applied to a quiescent raw if it proceeds with fatha, dhamma, and alif. So now because students get confused between the second rule and the first one, what they do is they try to put the second rule to the first one. So some people, they might see the next letter of the ra. So in this case, the dhu mirrah, so the ta, they might see the next letter and say, oh, well, the next letter doesn't have any fatha, dhamma, alif, which means that the ra before it is not going to be thickened. So that's what I'm testing. So the ra in this case has fatha on top, which is why we ignore the next letter because it already has fatha on top. So that's why we thicken the voice. And if the ra didn't have fatha or dhamma, it has sakun on top, and this was the case, the ra wouldn't be thickened, it would be thin. Okay?
Okay.
So the reason why we thicken this letter is because the ra has fatha on top. That's as simple as that. We don't need to look at the second letter. So the one after it, sorry. Okay? So that's all I was asking. Okay, Jazakumullah, that was 85159. Jazakumullah, very well done. Very well done. I was impressed. Okay, so I'll mute you now and I'll choose a Nasra. Okay. 1 second. One second. Okay, I'll choose Nasra. So N. Sorry, wait 1 second. So N613. Oh, N61311 straight. Okay. So Assalamualaikum N6131.
Walaikum Assalam.
Okay. So now you can read. Okay, so let's see. So would you please like to start with wa over here?
Okay.
And do up to number 12 here.
Okay. From that one, okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وهو بالأفق الأعلى ثم دنا فتدل فكان كاب قوسين أو أدنى فأوحى إلى عبده ما أوحى ما كذب الفؤاد ما رأى.
Okay. So, the mistakes I just noticed before I go to raw, was that thumma sound, the tha sound was not correct. So just like the last time, the za sound should be different. Similarly, the tha sound should be different. So it's not summa, it's thumma.
Thumma.
Thumma. So take your tongue out and touch your upper teeth with it, and then try saying the word, the letter.
Thumma.
Good, excellent. So, and the meme has mushaddad, mushaddad on top. So do a gunna sound. So thumma.
Thumma.
Excellent, well done. And here, the waqf wasn't done perfectly, so it's fatadalla.
Fatadalla.
Excellent. Okay, I highlighted the qaf sound as well here. So this qaf, this should be different to the normal kaf. Okay, so that's why we have to thicken the sound. So qaba, not kaba. Just make that make sure you don't do that again. And here, what does ha in here? If you could, here, yep, I'll have that for you. So what does ha have on top of it? What two signs does it have?
It has a vertical fatha, and is it a huruf al-madda?
No, madde.
Is it madda sabir?
Saghir, Saghir.
Sagir.
Kabir. Yep, Saghir. So when I was hearing it, even so it didn't sound as if it had these two. So make sure that you prolong it enough. So fa'auha, so prolong it so that it's clear to the listener that it does have these signs on top. Okay. Next is the ra sound here. You said duma ra'a. That's not correct. It's ra, but the only thing is that you have to prolong the alif because it has vertical fatha. So in this case, do you think that it should be thickened or not? The ra.
Yes, it should be thickened.
Why?
Because it has a fatha on the ra.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. Jazakumullah. That was perfect. Other than that, it was perfect. Well done. The raw sound was good, which was our focus of today. So Jazakumullah, that was N6131. So now we have 5 minutes so we can go for questions. So I'll mute you, N6131.
Jazakallah.
Okay. So before I pick people for questions, one thing that the homework is still to revise, to continue to revise for your internal exam. Okay, so that's your homework. Revise for your internal exam. Now, questions comes. Okay, we have 5 minutes still, so don't need to panic. So, does anyone have any question? You can write it up. I have a question. Okay. N6174. Welcome, Sam. What question do you have?
I just remembered that my question was taken. It was about the other PDF.
Okay. So in that case, no. I'll mute you. Okay, we have a question from A5167. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, Sam. What questions do you have?
My question is that why wasn't there the test yesterday?
Why wasn't test yesterday? Oh, because
Yeah.
one of one of the examiner wasn't available. That's the reason. So but you will have internal exam. Okay.
Oh, and Auntie.
Yeah.
Auntie.
Yep.
Hello.
Okay. I'm sorry. I accidentally muted you. Sorry, wait 1 second. Yep. Sorry. 85167. What did you want to
Auntie.
ask?
Can I read the end of the one?
Sure. Okay. Yep.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. I actually forgot about that. So thank you for reminding me that. Okay. Now we'll quickly go and read it. Prayer of Tilawat. Okay, so go on 85167.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
Excellent, well done. And the translation, please.
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guardian, the guidance, and the mercy.
Excellent. That was perfect. 85167. No mistakes in Arabic. So well done. And we'll end with this prayer. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. ربنا تقبل منا
ربنا
إنك
تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.
Good. So, oh Allah, accept this effort and service from us. You are the most hearing, the most knowing. Okay. So now we're going to end our class. So, sorry, 1 second. So we're going to end our class. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.